Hey, hi, hello, my name is Sunny, and today I am going to be picking random Pokemons and turning them into clowns because who doesn't like clowns? Aren't they so delightful? Before continuing on with the video, I wanted to thank you all so much for 2,000 views on my last video, and we're almost at 400 subscribers as I'm talking, and I wanted to thank you all so much for it. Anyway, on with the video. Thank you. Our first clown victim is Monkey Dory, and in order to not have to think too much about what I'm doing, I made a gender wheel so that I wouldn't have to think too much about, do I want this to be a girl, do I want this to be a boy, do I want them to be non-binary, whatever. So here I got neutral, so they're gonna be, well, presenting neutral. So as you may have noticed, Monkey Dory isn't exactly clown material, but not to worry, because who calls for a monochrome palette calls for a mime. What I noticed about Monkey Dory is that they have a really long torso and really short legs, so what I did is that I gave them this kind of harem pants, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, so to imitate kind of the shortness of the legs, but not really, you know, just the shape of them. I turned their headband, I think, I'm not sure what it is, into a decorative belt, and in order to imitate the shape of their face, well, I didn't directly imitate it, but I took two hair strands and joined them, kind of like Blue Diamond from Steven Universe. So designing them really wasn't all that hard. I would say that I actually had more of a hard time with the colors because I didn't want it to be too bland, and I also really wanted to incorporate the yellow somehow, but I couldn't really choose. I slapped some makeup on their face and ran with it because I really wasn't about to overthink a design, and eventually I'm just really satisfied with it. I really like it, and I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Next Pokemon was Crocodile, and oh man was I excited for this one because this is exactly the kind of Pokemon that I think about when I talk about transforming Pokemon into clowns. Just look at it, it has so much potential, and here I am going to turn it into a girl, just a silly clown girl, and I was really so excited because that's really my comfort zone, so yeah, perfect. Though, to be honest, Crocodile is just so great for this that even if I hadn't gotten a girl, I would have been completely in my comfort zone. You guys will tell me what you think in the comment and which one is your favorite, but to be honest, I think this one might be my favorite out of the bunch. Really, for this one, I didn't struggle too much for the design. Again, it was an idea for all the colors because we're juggling with the three primary colors, which is an amazing match, but it can be really hard to work with because I still wanted the red to be only a complementary color, and I don't know if I did that right. Maybe I implemented too much red. I'm still a big fan of it though. Obviously, I had to give her a little hat, and then if you're also familiar with that, I gave her something similar to the Vivienne Westwood horns to imitate her bottom teeth. And that's really about it for the design. Honestly, like you can see it here, I really struggled with like choosing where the colors would go. But by God, I don't regret the time spent choosing carefully where to put everything because she's absolutely gorgeous. I just love her. Again, she's my favorite. Without making you guys wait, next Pokemon was Pichu, and oh boy, was I so excited to make him until I realized it was actually gonna be hell, and he actually is my least favorite out of the bunch. I'm sorry I didn't do him justice, but I tried. It was really, again, about the colors that I struggled with because I immediately knew what I wanted to do for his outfit. Just look at him, he's just a little boy. It wasn't going to be very hard, you know, it's just the colors. Mostly I'm just disappointed because I had to change the black to a darker brown because it just wouldn't have worked, my idea. I mean, with dark, it looked weird, it looked like a wasp, so I had to change it for darker brown. And I also really wanted to incorporate the pink of his cheeks because it's too cute, I couldn't let it go. So I did change it to a darker brown. Please forgive me. I gave him a long jester hat and striped socks just because I thought it would be cute, especially the poofy shorts. I'm really a big fan of them. I hope you guys like them too. But since I don't have much to say about his design, I wanted to do some advertising. Just to let you guys know that if you like any of the designs here, they will be up for adoption, 15 bucks each. Please consider buying them. They will be up on my Ko-fi by the time this is uploaded. Advertising over, this is Pichu, and even though he doesn't look like his Pokemon form, at least in my opinion, I still think he is pretty cute. He was a good exercise though, I don't draw children often. Next up was Golem, and oh boy, if I thought Monkey Dory was not clown material, I was sweating for that one. I got gender neutral, but I did lean into a more feminine side just because it was easier like that, so please forgive me again. I gave them a muscular build, and I kind of gave them the same type of dress that I given for Croconaw, except there was no accent at the waist. I gave them spiky hair just because I thought it would look more fun that way. I gave them differently shaped pom-poms on their dress just because I wanted to imitate the rocks, kind of. They did end up being one of my favorites too, but anyway, next up was Munchlax, and I got them with feminine presentation, and dear god, after the hard time Pichu and Golem gave me, it was surely a nice little break. I already knew what I wanted to do for the get-go because Munchlax already looks like it has a dress on, so instead of giving her a dress though, because that would have been too easy, I gave her a pair of like overalls and I made her pants baggy enough to look kind of like a dress. Like, you know how some shorts kind of look like skirts until you can notice the separation? That would be kind of the same, even if I feel like maybe I didn't translate that well enough in the design. That's what I meant to do. I really like how our design came out, but I do admit that I'm not exactly satisfied with the way the color turned out. Maybe I could have been more creative with it, but I still think it's pretty. And yes, her feet are out. To be honest, I was too lazy to draw shoes again, but let's call it just, you know, a design choice. I made her a redhead because I thought it would be a nice contrast to the blue, and I gave her freckles because it's cute. She also ended up being one of my favorites, despite maybe being too simple. Next up was Kingler, and honestly, after having done Golem, I wasn't afraid of anything, okay? If anything, Kingler has a lot of Harlequin energy, so here we go. I gave her keels, or pins, whatever they're called, you know, to be able to juggle around. And I also gave her a star clown hat. I don't know how they're called, I didn't do my research, whatever. I know in the end it kind of makes it look more like a starfish, but Kingler does have those spikes on its head. I like the pose that I put her in, but it wasn't really practical with the idea that I wanted to show, which was that one of her sleeves was less big than the other. I guess you can't really see it on the design, but at least you guys will know that's what's most important. The hardest thing, again, was to choose the colors because I decided that she would be white, and unfortunately, Kingler is orange and like beige, and you know, I didn't want her to look butt-ass naked, especially because I gave her a skin tight suit. So maybe her design lacks a little bit of more beige, but it's fine, okay? I'd rather her be orange rather than look naked. And that's it for Kingler. Honestly, if I had to make a ranking of each design, Croconaw would be first place, of course. Second place would be Golem. Third place would be Munchlax, and together on fourth place we would have Kingler and Monkey Dory, and fifth place would unfortunately go to Pichu. And with that is the end of the video. Here are all the designs all next to each other lined up. Again, if you're interested in any of them, you can buy them. Let me know if you guys like this video. Should I make more Pokemons into clowns or just into humans? Maybe I could turn the main 6 from My Little Pony into humans too. Or maybe I could redesign some of my own characters if you'd like to see that. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please come support me on my Instagram, SunnyXastris. And I will see you next time. Bye!